What's up, BookTube? It's Leah Cooper, and today I'm bringing you my TBR for Space Opera September. Space Opera September is going to be a readathon hosted by Thomas over at SFF 180. I will leave a link down below to the Goodreads group and his announcement video where he goes through all of the challenges. It's a really cool announcement video. Go check it out. I am planning on attempting all of the challenges and doing the A track of the ships. There's like ranks, and then you can unlock ships because it's a space opera themed readathon. I may also try to vlog my reading experience because I'd really like to vlog. Let's get into the TBR. I've dithered enough. I think I've dithered around enough. The first thing I'm going to be reading, I don't think this actually qualifies as meaning a challenge, but it is a personal challenge, and that is to read Wedge's Gamble, which is Star Wars X-Wing novel number 2 by Michael A. Stackpole. A couple years ago, I pulled all of my Star Wars X-Wing novels out because I wanted to reread them. I reread the first one, didn't love it as much as I remembered, and kind of stalled, but I do want to actually reread all of these, so what better time to read a Star Wars novel than during Space Opera September. Such space opera. The next thing I'm going to read is something off my Kindle. So I've owned this for I don't know how long. I got this free because I'm a member of the Tour Book of the Month Club that runs every like late spring through the summer, where Tour just like sends out a free book once a month. And that is Killing Gravity by Corey J. White. This fulfills the novella challenge. It'll probably be the first thing I read in September too. And this is one of their Tour.com novellas. It's the first in a series, I guess, a trilogy. Like, it's called number 1 in the Void Witch saga. And it's about a psychic super soldier who's escaped the lab where she was raised. And she's on the run. That's really all I know. I do want to read more off my Kindle. And this Space Opera September seemed like a really good reason, push to do that. The next thing I'm going to read, and this fulfills the challenge of, for track A, you need to read 2 books by women. So I'm going to be reading Of Wars and Memories and Starlight by Eliot de Bedard, who's a female author. This is her newest short story collection. I have an arc of this. It's coming out September 30th from Subterranean Press, and so I need to read it so that I can review it. And in the description it says it brings readers 14 dazzling tales that showcase the richly textured world building and beloved characters that have brought her so much acclaim. Come discover the breadth and endless invention of her universes, ranging from a dark gothic Paris devastated by magical war to the multiple award-winning Zuya, a far future space opera inspired by Vietnamese culture, where scholars administrate planets and sentient spaceships are part of families. So I don't expect all of the short stories in this collection to actually qualify for Space Opera September, but it sounds like at least one of them will, and so I'm counting it. And then the last thing I'm going to be reading is Down Below Station by CJ Cherry. And this is the book that's breaking my library ban. I checked this out from the library on Overdrive because I needed a book that was 500 pages and published before I was born. This book, according to the editions that are listed on Goodreads, can be anywhere between 475 and like 530 pages. So I'm just going with the 530 page version. I'm saying it's long enough. It was originally published in 1981. It is a Hugo winner. Pretty sure it's a Hugo winner. And CJ Cherry is like a very well-known name in SFF, female SFF. And this is like one of her big books, the first book in the Company Wars, which is like her big series. And she's another one of those names authors who's like kind of a foundational cornerstone female writer who was writing before 2000. And we get her books in all the time at the store. Unfortunately, we don't have this one's, hence why I had to get it from the library. But I think it's a good place to start with her and to try her out. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and break my ban do that. That'll be 4 books for Space Opera September. If I have time, I do own a copy of Luna New Moon by Ian MacDonald. Again, I got this from the Tor.com Book of the Month Club. This is another space opera. It's the first book in his Luna series. It's unfortunately only 398 pages. And it's something about, like, the tagline on Goodreads says, "The moon wants to kill you," which sounds fun. I do like moon capers and moon novels. So if I have time, I might try to read that. And then I am on hold at the library for 2 more books that would qualify for Space Opera September. One of them is Do You Dream of Terra 2 by Temi O, who is a author of color. And it's like a near future space settling story. Like, a team is sent into space to go settle a new planet. The tagline in Goodreads says, "The long way to a small angry planet meets the 100 in a forgettable debut by a brilliant new voice." And it sounds interesting. I'm not like a huge fan of The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, but that's mostly because of the writing, not necessarily the plot or the content. So, you know, I mean, that is an instant no for me. This is on order at my library, so I kind of don't think we'll get it anytime soon, but who knows. And then the other thing I have on hold is, this sounds so good. Mostly I just love the title. This is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Mohtar. Sorry, I probably butchered that. And this is a novella by Saga Press. It's 208 pages, so it's like pushing into short novel territory. The summary for this says, "Among the ashes of dying world, an agent of the Commandant finds a letter. It reads, 'Burn before reading,' and thus begins an unlikely correspondence between 2 rival agents hell-bent on securing the best possible future for their warring factions." So it's like spies and space and planetary war. Maybe that doesn't technically count as space opera. There's supposed to be time travel and LGBT themes in this, and so I'm just like, I don't know. It might not even come in September. So, like, this is like, it's a science fiction and I want to read it in September. That's fine, right? What do you guys think? I don't know. That book just sounds so fun. Like, I want to read it. And I discovered it while looking through my books and kind of sifting through Goodreads is like, readers also enjoyed this. That's how I found Do You Dream of Terra 2. I was just kind of like sifting through recent releases by women, and I found it. And I was like, you know, that kind of sounds interesting. And that one's also over 500 pages. So anyway, those are some of the things that I'd like to read in September. I don't want to make too many promises, but I will read at least those first 4 that I mentioned. I'm really excited. Let me know if you're thinking about participating and if you've made a TBR video so I can go watch it, or if you're thinking about reading, or let me know what you're thinking about reading for it. If you're going to be picking up, like, strangely, any of the books that I've mentioned, feel free to let me know. I don't know. I've never done a buddy read, but I'm always open to doing them. Theoretically, if anyone was interested. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click those links down below and check out Thomas's announcement video. I cannot stress enough, it's so cool. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.